Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I will be taking you guys with me on one of my digital days. This is a spending the day with code type of video. What I do all day long. I kinda am a very busy person in regards to working. I work a lot. I work a lot on the computer. I work a lot off the computer. So today is one of my busy work days on the computer. I call it my digital days. That's what I call them. From Monday to Wednesday, I try to do all of my digital work. So that means logos, that means drawings, like digital drawings that I have to do, i.e. this children's book that I'm working on. That means websites that I have to do, contract work, editing my website. Anything that has to be done on a computer, I try to do it Monday through Wednesday. So that way, Thursday through Saturday, I can practice my own craft, work on commissions, give myself realistic work times, because even though I do not clock in for anybody, I clock in for myself, and I do treat my job, my entrepreneurship, serious. I treat it like a 9 to 5 or a 10 to 6. So if I clock in late, I have to work late. That's just how it goes. And that's that. I'll probably be giving tips throughout the video, just saying how I managed to keep this entrepreneurial, I don't know if I said that right, don't count it to my character, but just how I keep the entrepreneur spirit going, because it is hard. We are on a lockdown ever so lightly, but being an entrepreneur is not as easy as people make it seem. So I will definitely touch base on that throughout the video as well. But if you have any questions or comments or anything that you want to see, comment below and let me know. Don't call me Dr. Seuss or anything. But yeah, let's get into it. Boop. First, I wake up in the morning. I spend my time to myself, maybe an hour in silence. And in this hour, I journal, I meditate, kind of just get my mind right. And I make sure I open up my blinds and make my bed before I really get in the shower, brush my teeth, and all that good stuff to start the day. I make my tea and breakfast, which I didn't film, of course, but yeah, so I always make sure I write down a to-do list of what needs to be done. I either do it by week or I'll do it by day, depending on how busy my week is or how busy my day is. So I'll do that. I'll write down everything, and I'll even write down the details. Just like if I have a website to do, I write down what I need to do for said website. So I make sure I'm going to check off things while I'm going, and it just helps me with my anxiety. If I have too much in my head, I get kind of overwhelmed and worked up. So I get into my computer work. So I go through all my emails, make sure that I haven't missed any emails, make sure anybody hasn't hit me up. I go through my DMs as well to make sure that I haven't missed any DMs or possible inquiries or anything like that. And then I start my work. So let's just watch what I come up with. So for this particular logo, I was trying to figure out how I wanted his hair. I know I wanted him to have waves. So I drew some squiggles to see how it would look, and it worked out pretty well. But when it comes to the logos that I do, I literally just kind of run with whatever I see in my head. Someone can give me an idea. This person, he's a friend of mine, he gave me the idea that he wanted to the fullest extent. He knew what he wanted down to the details. So it was just a matter of me actually making it come to life to see if this is exactly what he wanted, and it was. So that was a pretty easy project. But every single logo project that you have, if you're just now getting started with logos and trying to figure out how to do them or how you're going to have your own style, what's going to make you unique, just follow your heart with it, and it's always good to ask people, ask your friends and stuff, like, what do you see when you look at this? Because I know when I first started, I got a lot of outside opinions on my work just to see if I was portraying the message the right way, because everybody thinks differently, and that's something to pay attention to and kind of remember. And you want to get those different opinions if you don't want to, you don't have to. But I really do think when you're first starting out, it's always good to get those different opinions and different views. Ask older people, younger siblings. I mean, they don't even have to understand what it is, but show them and just see what they say, because you would be amazed, you know. But so this is around the time that I start to take my break, my lunch. I try to take my breaks around 1 o'clock to 1:30, 2 o'clock. Honestly, it just depends on how much work I get done. So if I have a list of 5 things that I have to do for that day and I get 2 things done, then I'll take a break. But if I've only gotten 1 thing done and I've been kind of like BSing and stuff throughout the entire day, then I don't deserve a break. That's how I do it. You don't have to do it that way, but I think the number one key to being an entrepreneur is a schedule. You can either schedule it by the hour, or you can schedule it just, based off of your workload, whatever works for you, because everyone works differently. You definitely want to make a schedule for yourself, because that will help you be successful down the line. It will help you stay organized, and it will also give you a sense of accountability, because when you work for yourself, you don't have anybody else to hold you accountable. You are your own boss. You are your own employees. You are all of that. So you have to make sure you are staying on top of it, just so you can last longer. So after I take my break, I set up my computer on my stool, because I'm sitting at my lovely, oh so lovely drawing table, and I pick out something to watch, or I might listen to music, but today I felt like watching something, and I will sit there and color my little heart out. My children's books, I do them in 3 different parts, so I hand draw them on pencil and paper, and then I go in and I sketch them out with more detail, and then when I color them, that's when they actually come to life. They take a very long time to do. 1 page will take you 1.5 hours to 2 hours to do, sometimes even 3, depending on how detailed the page is. But I love them the most. They are the bulk of my income. And yeah, so I did this for about 3 or 4 hours. How do you stay focused while you're working for long periods of time? Like I said, find something to keep you distracted, that will keep you on your toes. Not too distracted in a sense where you'll stop doing your work to focus on whatever the distraction is. Sometimes I'll even listen to audiobooks. I might listen to a podcast, something that's playing in the background. I try not to be on my phone. If I have a light workload, like if I have to do a website and it's already been drawn out, like the layout's been planned and all that stuff, I'm just plugging things in. I might be able to get on the phone, but for my busy days, when I have a lot of things going on, I have a lot of deadlines to meet, I try not to be on my phone as much, as far as talking to people, texting people. I'll film for YouTube. I will get on Instagram to post something, to engage, just things like that, but I'm not on my phone. Once again, that goes back to like treating your entrepreneurship like a 9-to-5. Like, I'm my own boss. If I get on my phone, I'll get distracted. If you're distracting me, you're distracting me from my money. If I'm not making money, I'm not paying my bills. I'm not helping my mom. I'm not able to put gas in my car. That's the way I look at it. Like, you cannot distract me from making money. Don't do that. Don't do that. You can't do that. My workday is not completely finished. However, I do have to run to the post office before they close. So I'm going to go ahead and write these love letters to my clients who support me. To anybody who is trying to figure out how to get people to support you, be authentic. That's all you can ever do. People will buy into who you are. People will support you because of who you are. Be relatable and be authentic. That's literally the only advice that I can tell absolutely anybody, because that's all I know how to be is myself. Don't try to be anybody else. It's always good to have an influencer too, but don't try to be those influencers. Be your own, So I'm going to go ahead and head on to the post office, and yeah. So that concludes my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be doing more of these in the future. I think they're pretty cool. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Make sure you like and hit subscribe. And until next